Alright, Roost. Shinjuku Labrynth. No battles, just a narration. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm gonna die! Calm down, Gabriel. Okay, we should be able to escape now that we made it this far, even if it comes after us. Now, I don't believe you and I have met. Huh? You say we have? Well, yeah, you're one of the first servants I ever got to bond level 10. That was most likely a gift from me. I can assure you that this is the first time we have met. Nonetheless, now that I've been summoned here, I am very familiar with your exploits. The Grand Order. You did well to make it through such a long journey with such frail legs. Be proud, Gabriel. Your achievements have earned you my respect. I am Arteria Pendragon, and I ask of you now, will you join me? You will? Good. Of course. Then our contract is forged. I shall be your shield and your sword. Looks like you managed to escape. Thank you, Arteria. You must be Mash Krylite. I'm the one who should be offering my thanks. But I'm afraid that will have to wait. Right now, we must make haste to the Roost. The Roost? My base. Come, we can reach it on foot from here. Oh, it's a cute little doggy. It's so cute. You fool, that's a stray. Don't come crying to me if it bites you. Hey, it's tame. It's just wagging its tail and waiting for Arteria. There. What a pretty dog. I'm amazed it's doing so well out here. Foe! Whoa, please calm down, foe. I'm sorry, I think he was excited to see another creature like him. No more wasted time. We need to go. I don't have any food for you. Leave us alone. Aww. Master, do you happen to have anything a dog could eat? An onion? Are you trying to kill him? Hey, not my fault. That's all I got on me. For that matter, why do you even have such a thing on your person? And raw, no less. Very well. Come with us, Cavall II. There should be some dog food at the Roost. Did I hear that name right? Does the name Cavall II displease you? Now, follow me, Master. You too, Cavall II. So there are roosts in the basement of hamburger restaurants. I'll have to remember that. Don't bother. Most burger joints don't even have basements, right? There you go. Some dog food. Now stop going outside on your own. How many times do I have to tell you? Good. He shows some contribution. Now go away in the corner, Cavall II. How is this not her dog? You must be tired as well, Master. You welcome to that chair. It's designed to make guests want to leave by causing comical amounts of pain the longer you sit. Thanks. Was that a smile? You know how people say a smile costs nothing? In my case, it also means nothing. Oh, savage. Now then, how much do you know about the current situation? I see. The Archer of Shinjuku. Do you know him? Yes, I do. From what you have told me, Master, he saved you when your race shift left you falling through the air, and then fought along your side until you encountered that rider. Puzzling indeed. What's puzzling? Oh, that his appearance and his goal remain unclear. But he sounded really sincere. I know that's what you think, but... No, that's not what I mean. There's something more fundamental that I don't understand. I fought against him once. Huh? You have? Our battle took place during a chance encounter. He was a fierce opponent with untold magical energy reserves far beyond my own. And yet, Gabriel, the Archer of Shinjuku I fought was not the mysterious good-humored man you describe. He was completely and utterly bland. His weapon, the way he wielded it, everything about him was cold and calculated. He had a firm grasp on the battlefield, used his subordinates to trap me, and attempted to eliminate every unknown factor. Did you say subordinates? I did. At the very least, he is not the sort of servant who would risk his own life to save his master. Perhaps he put one over on you? No way, he couldn't have. Well, no matter. This Shinjuku is no shortage of mysteries. Putting aside whether the Archer of Shinjuku is a traitor, let me tell you something. The Archer of Shinjuku you encountered and the Rider of Shinjuku you fought against are both part of a four-servant alliance that rules over all of Shinjuku. The League of Phantom Fiends. My guess is that this league is why you were sent here, as well as the source of the Singularity. The League of Phantom Fiends. 4 servants, huh? Do you know who the other 2 are? I was trying to find out when I encountered another servant. My name is Edmund Dantes. I am an Avenger, just like that woman who always charges in head first. I believe you to be an honorable servant, and so I have come to you with a request. Please, lend your assistance to the Master of Chaldea. Dantes? You mean the Count of Monte Cristo? He's the man in black we met at the Temple of Time. Edmund Dantes? Yes, I believe that is what he called himself. What is it, Master? It is him, isn't it? The one we met during that nightmare. During a nightmare? That's quite a chance encounter. What else did Mr. Count of Monte Cristo have to say? Oh, only that it was, that he had other matters to attend to. I should also mention that he seemed to be far too weak to handle the dangers of Shinjuku on its own. The Count of Monte Cristo? Weak? That doesn't sound like him. Maybe he had his powers sapped by something. There's still so much we don't know. At any rate, I get that we need to beat this Phantom League or whatever, yes. But to make that happen, we'll need a proper plan and more fighters on our side. You're meeting back up with Archer of Shinjuku, correct? Shall we get moving? I must see him again. Depending on the circumstances, we may have to cross swords again. Please try to keep it peaceful. I understand. But I hope you also understand your situation here, Gabriel. Shinjuku as it is now is a city of lies. The ones you love may kill you, and those you hate may save you. All in service of survival. Hellish though the Singularity may be, when it comes to that, both humans and servants alike are desperate. As such, there's no guarantee that he will not betray you. But never mind that. Where are you supposed to meet him? It's getting late today. You should spend the night here. We'll head out to meet the Archer tomorrow. Oh, one thing. Huh? I believe you agreed to meet at Shinjuku Station, didn't you? Shinjuku Station? That hardly narrows it down. Doesn't Shinjuku Station mean Shinjuku Station? Oh, now I understand. Come to think of it, he did only say Shinjuku Station. Huh? What are you talking about, Da Vinci? What would you like to do, Master? Let's start with the most famous meeting spot. This is going to take forever, isn't it? Senpai, please tell me what all this talk about Shinjuku Station means. Let's just say that it's big. Shinjuku Station isn't just really big, it's practically a labyrinth. Big. On a typical day, it averaged no fewer than 3.6 million passengers. Wow. 3.6 million? On top of that, it kept adding expansion after expansion, making it almost impossible to navigate. And that's even with a map. And since the east and west exits aren't connected, going out the wrong one means starting over again. Before you know it, we've arrived at a station on a different line and we have to double back. If you go up the stairs and try to catch your breath, you find yourself at the bus terminal. If you try to read directions in an app, then you'll have to follow a route straight to the store wall. Or through a store wall. Now, pop quiz. Where in the station should Gabriel go in order to meet up with Archer of Shinjuku? He didn't tell us. I see your point. Even if we detect servants, it'd be hard to navigate a maze like that. It's not like the station is free of enemies. Though I'm sure that's in part to avoid ambushes. Still, we don't have any choice but to go. We'll try to narrow down Archer's location as much as we can. I'll handle the adjustments. Mash needs a break, and I think you could use some sleep too, Master. Understood. You're going to turn in for the day now too, right, Senpai? Yep. Where am I supposed to sleep, Saber? Sleeping on a hard floor builds character. I've lost count of how many times you've done it. That doesn't count. You were just working on your inventions. I can't count how many times I've done it. That doesn't count. You're just working on your inventions so you couldn't stay awake anymore. Well, I guess you could put it that way. Anyway, good night, Senpai. I really hope you have sweet dreams. Well, thank you, MASH. So, you're unable to take down the target. No, sorry, I wasn't criticizing you. If anything, I expected this. He is Chaldea's last master, after all. Not only did he face the incineration of humanity alone, he defeated Getchia by himself, and even lived to tell the tale. I can't read today. He's the most powerful master there is. If a sneak attack or two was all it took to kill him, he would have been dead long ago. Perhaps he has 9 lives, or a guardian spirit watching over him, or is just extremely lucky. But that's not all. You know this too, Ryder. We are the losing side. Good always wins. We are destined to be defeated. But matters are different here in Shinjuku. Here, we turn the tables. They said that we're going to Shinjuku Station, right? I'll send my personal guard to meet them. Go blow off some steam. His personal guard? What are you planning, Moriarty? Archers. I really want to take Saber with me, but it might not be a good idea. Good morning, Senpai. Did you sleep? Never mind. My back hurts. Yeah, concrete will do that. Good thing I packed you some of my special handmade pain-relieving compresses. Feel free to use one. Sit. Shake. Good dog. Another job well done, Cavall II. Did you have your morning burger, Master? Then let's go to Shinjuku Station. You seem confused about something. What is it? Ah, now I see. Yes, it's always night in this version of Shinjuku. Everyone here has forgotten what sunlight looks like. Oh, and as for Shinjuku Station, well, it may come as a surprise to you, too. Cavall II, you stay here and keep an eye on things. And no going out on your own this time, okay? It really is a labyrinth. Wow, Da Vinci, you weren't kidding. Wait. When I said it was a labyrinth, I didn't mean like an actual labyrinth. What in the world is going on here? I don't know. It may be the work of a servant, or perhaps simply became like this over time. At any rate, watch your step. All these changes mean that this Shinjuku Station has fewer exits than it should. Lose your way within, and you'll be doomed to wander its halls until you die. Now this way. That's strange. What is it, Arturia? The ruffians who usually inhabit the station are nowhere to be seen. Of course, that in itself is not unusual. But it's strange to think their campsite is completely gone from this passageway. You sure you're not just mistaking it for another part of the station? No, somebody's been living here. I see you have a nose like a reindeer. Heh. They're easy to miss if you don't pay attention, but there are indeed signs that someone has lived here. Maybe the Archer of Shinjuku already fought them off? Then why would he need to clean up afterwards? Indeed. The only reason to clean up would be to hide whatever it is that took place here. Master, hypothetically speaking, if you came here alone with an empty campsite, shell casings, and blood, what would you think? I'd run away. Indeed, which is exactly whoever did this didn't want you to do. Their mistake was in not accounting for a companion who is familiar with this labyrinth, especially not one who remembers that there used to be an unremarkable campsite here. It seems like we've been spotted. Most likely, they plan to take their time and surround you before taking you out. As such, they wouldn't have been expecting a surprise attack like this. There sure is a weakness to their defense. Find it and hit it hard, Master. Got it! Huh. SWAT guards call themselves Hornets. Alright, there's 9 of them. Okay. Something tells me this ain't gonna be easy. Ow! Handover, what'd that do? Suddenly, death. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's do this. Come on, Sith Saber. but these are Archer of Shinjuku's personal guard. There's probably going to be a lot more of them in our future. That should do it. Thank you for your instructions, Master. You did very well. Thanks for fighting alongside everyone. Yeah, that's true. You definitely become a first-rate master. You're aware, of course, that you have my genius to thank for it, right? Da Vinci, can you please just focus on the analysis? Ha ha ha! Even with a station as big as this, I figured you would notice if I got into a fight with the enemy, and I was right. Now, if you don't mind, there really are quite a lot of them, so I'd appreciate your help, Master. So he's seen us. Now I understand why he only told you to meet here at Shinjuku Station. Indeed. At any rate, Archer's in the middle of a battle. Let's hurry. Come, my coffin! Ha ha ha! I would appear to be nearly out of bullets. Come to think of it, how does this thing reload anyway? Well, never mind that. The enemy's still here in force, and by my calculations, I win. Huh? We made it, Master. Thank goodness. Be thankful for my sword. Be that as it may, I'm glad you made it. Then you must be the knight who helped the Master escape on that motorcycle. For that you have my utmost gratitude. He's acting like he's never met her before, Master. So you saw who I was even amidst all the chaos. No wonder you were called the Archer of Shinjuku. I'm sorry, what are you playing at here? Not that I really need to ask. You are the man I fought back then. I knew it. So who are you? What is your true name and what is your noble phantasm? Your every action drips with deceit, and yet there are also times when your true self shines through. You attempted to keep Gabriel safe back then was such a time, of course, and for that I am certain. As you know, we have not established formal contracts with Gabriel. We are simply working together out of happenstance and shared interest. He has not yet reached a point to where he can serve as an anchor for us to manifest in this world. Thus, there is no reason to defend him back then. Your fear of death was sincere. And the writer of Shinjuku is more berserker than writer. Stand before him and your death is assured. Run away and you just may manage to escape with your life. The incineration of humanity is over. Gabriel dying would have had no effect on the world at large. So why did you save him? To be honest, I'm really not quite sure. My body seemed to have almost moved entirely on its own. Of course, now that you mention it, you are correct. It makes not a lick of sense. Why did I move to protect him? I could certainly not abide a meaningless death for myself. Why do you think I did it? How should I know? Good point. Then let me ask you, what is your relation to the Archer of Shinjuku with whom I fought? So you managed to fight him and survive. Impressive. Thanks to outside interference. I understand you are not the one I fought. However, I am also certain that you are related somehow. Now tell me, who are you? I suppose you could call me a clone, or perhaps something more akin to a waste product. I may look just like him, but my true name has been stolen, and I've been stripped of most of my power. Your true name's stolen, so this is like a split into good and evil kind of deal? Huh? Oh, I see what you mean now. I suppose that would make me the good one. Well, I hope you are. Now I see. Alright, let me sum it up. I was a villain, but I still had some remnants of conscious, occasionally contemplating matters, so in order to become perfect, ultimate villain, I divested myself of my good side. Seen that way, the evil side of me must have been exceptionally powerful. Now that you mention it, your spirit origin does seem to be incomplete. But on the other hand, if you complete it, you might be able to take back your true name. Emphasis on might, that is. My true name. Right, my true name. As I am still able to deploy my noble phantasm, albeit to a lesser extent, I thought it did not matter that I forgot my true name. But I believe I would indeed be better off if I reclaimed it. I've never seen anyone so happy about forgetting their name. You must be quite the blackguard. Huh? Hang on a moment. Didn't you say something about it not being safe to reveal your true name before? I was bluffing. Bluffing. Think about it, young man. How would you respond if I said, sorry, I don't actually know who I am myself? That's shady. Indeed. Clearly, I made the correct decision. At any rate, we have successfully rendezvoused, and we should leave here while we still can. Well, Master, it seems I have a goal of my own now. Yes, I shall seek my own name and repair my spirit origin and serve you with even greater power. Would you be willing to shake on this as well? Extend hand without a word. Thank you, my master. Ah, this is grand. I feel like celebrating. That's quite enough out of you. Stop it or I'll cut you down with my sacred sword. Oh yes, my apologies. Archer Altar, was it? Hold it. How do you know my true name? Huh? Hey, yeah, nobody ever mentioned her name. Huh? There's only a logical conclusion. My apologies. Were you trying to keep it a secret from me? One thing I seem to have not forgotten about myself is that I've never been good at holding my tongue. Answer the question. Very well. Shall we start at the beginning? Grant. Firstly, your sword was something of a giveaway as to you being a saber. However, it is theoretically possible that you could have been a rider or berserker. But the odds of a rider using a motorcycle for a mount seem vanishingly small. Well, Kentucky. Of course, the motorcycle would have been your noble phantasm, but then it would hardly make sense for you to fight with that sword. But given your finesse while mounted and your eloquence, we can safely rule out the possibility of you being a berserker. The fact that you fought my other self and survived also indicates that you are a highly skilled saber. However, your apparent age is something of an anomaly for a saber. Generally, such a servant will be summoned here in her 20s, her prime. And yet you look a deal younger than that. Unnaturally young, one might say. This could only mean that at some point in your life you became a hero and ceased aging. You speak standard English without an accent. However, such knowledge would have been given to you by the Throne of Heroes, so this is hardly helpful. That you are a woman is something of complication. There are, after all, few female knights who made a lasting name in history. Of course, magecraft would enable you to disguise yourself as male. Unfortunately, the small number of female knights who did leave their mark on history, most would appear a bit older when summoned than you do now. Jeanne d'Arc was an exception, beginning at 17 and dying at 19. But she was an amateur with a sword, something which you clearly are not. And so I was forced to assume that you were believed to be a man who, by those who came after you to record your legend. There's also the brazen attitude and kingly mien that you demonstrated since we met. When we take this alongside what we already know, namely that you are famous, ageless male knight of Western lore, the answer was quite simple. For the sake of discussion, let's say that you are Arthur Pendragon. That would certainly explain your royal bearing and comportment. But even if you were once known as Arthur, it is very unlikely to be your true name. Since we arrived at Arturia, a corruption of the feminine form of Artorias, and if there was ever a saber who could be called corrupted, it would be you, would it not? One last thing. Her blade positively oozes malevolent energy, yet she referred to it as a sacred sword. As such, it is only sensible conclusion that she was somehow inverted, in other words, an altar. After all, were that not the case, it would be far too difficult to survive in this hellish world. Even for one as pure and wholesome as King Arthur himself. This makes it all but a foregone conclusion that she is, in fact, an altar. And, well, if I'm wrong about all this, then that's alright. I don't mind looking like a fool. Of course, if I'm correct, you'll all be surely sound all of my deductive skills. So you see the process that led me to deduce your identity. How did I do? Well, you're not wrong. I can't believe you got all that from her appearance and saying sacred sword that one time. Archer, are you a detective by any chance? Huh. Yeah, that would make sense. I know, right? He's just like Sherlock Holmes just now. Huh, a detective. No, I don't think I am. If anything, I find that to be the most loathsome profession in the world. A detective. Yes, that profession would definitely suit him. With his observational skills and deductive reasoning, he could play detective all day. However, Mash Crylight, It is because he used that skill and reasoning for evil that he stands before you as a servant now. I knew there was two of them, but I didn't think that they would split into good and evil. I'm surprised he even had a modicum of anything that one could call a conscience. At any rate, if this were the case, the problem is even thornier than I thought. That building's form is already fairly visible. I believe I know its role as well. The problem comes down to following 3 points. Where does the ammunition come from? Is it even possible, and why would he do that? In a sense, I'm impressed that there was still so much I can't see even after coming all this way, Archer. What exactly are you up to? The more I learn, the more questions arise. You may have likened yourself to a butterfly, but you seem more like a spider to me. Could that book be in this city? Yes, it could be. I believe it's worth pursuing. Come to think of it, do you like dogs, Archer? Dogs? Well, I don't particularly mind them. Well done guarding the roost, Cavall II. Want some dog food? Oh, I didn't think there were any friendly dogs left in Shinjuku. Good dog, Cavall II. Now shake. He just turned away. Here, Cavall, you want some food? It's really good. Aw, he doesn't like Moriarty. He knocked down the food. Am I imagining things, or does this dog think that it's better than me? He's a good boy. Archer is desperately pitching herself to try and hide her laughter.